Hey, I'm here with Bad Brad Haynes here tonight for tonight's small block feature winner here up at Oswego. Brad, why don't you tell us about your night?
The night started off a little bit of gremlins from last week's wreck there. We ran into some carburetor issues in the practice and had to set out for the autograph session, make some changes, get the carburetor running right, and figured if we got that right, we'd be decent for the heat. We made good progress in the heat, finished behind Greg O'Connor. He had a good car tonight. He was really fast, so we just ended up, didn't have enough for him in the heat, so we settled for the second and made some changes for the feature.
Now, walk us through that feature. You started third in the feature?
Yeah, I started third tonight. Me and Greg worked the inside line. Tonight there really wasn't much of an outside line. The track really felt greasy to me. Kind of a tight end, loose condition coming off. It seemed to be the preferred line was the inside line. So I tried the outside a couple times. I wasn't really getting the grip I needed to roll Greg on the outside. I sat back on one of the restarts there, and Schumann got me underneath me, and he looked pretty good early on, but it looked like he was fighting the ill-handling car a little bit. He looked like everybody seemed to be having that tight loose condition and kind of hanging on for a little bit there. Pretty much after we got an opportunity to get back to the inside, I was able to take Schumann on a restart. Apologize if I washed up into you, buddy, but it's racing sometimes, so we'll look into that next week and see what happened. He's a good competitor, a good friend of mine, so don't mean any harm will follow that.
I would say it probably got caught on flow, so it's always nice to double check and see what exactly happened.
Yeah, he's a good competitor. He's got a really fast car this year. He's gonna win one of these before you know it. He's got a lot of patience right now, so he's doing well.
Yeah, he looked really good in the feature as well.
Yep.
So walk us through, you taking the lead there.
Taking the lead, actually, I figured that there was no way I was going to win this thing if I didn't get back up on the outside. I couldn't pull Greg through the inside through 1 and 2, so I decided to go back to the outside and give it another shot. If it really wasn't for Noah Ratcliffe giving me a big shot down the front stretch with the new restart line, it really makes it difficult. You can't really roll up on somebody because they got to have the preferred shoes and they got to fire the race. So they're really watching that this year. So it's changing the game and the racing results. So right now the preferred line is the inside, but if you get a big shot from like somebody behind you that knows you can handle it, that was what really sealed the deal.
Hate to say bum drafting, but almost like a little bit of a bum draft then.
Absolutely, just pretty much a bum draft. I thank Noah for that big shot down there that was able to get me to roll through one, get Greg kind of pinched down, and he had where he saw me that he had to back his corner up a little bit more because he knew I was rolling the outside. We got down the back stretch. He had me, but I was still about 3/4, probably maybe a quarter up to his car, and then I rolled it into 3, and he saw me again. I was able to pinch him down a little bit, hold his line where he had to back out his throttle, and I was able to get the lead coming down the front for the next lap. Another great competitor, ran very clean. It's a little bumping and banging every once in a while, but for the most part, me and Greg always had great runs together. So
Say these cars are kind of known for a little bumping and banging here and there.
You can bump and bang it just a little bit.
Yeah, nothing too hard though.
Nothing crazy, but it was good racing. Me and Greg both were at the Tech-Mar and agreed that the track really wasn't there tonight. It was pretty much a single lane, and if you got a little help, that's what really made it happen.
You think that might be from just the lack of, you got rained out 2 weeks in a row there? You think that might?
I just think it was just the humidity and so hot today that it was just a little greasy out there. And, last week was actually decent running for the track. The track had an outside lane. There's not too many guys that step out there and try it, but that's where you got to make passes. If you want to go forward, you got to go up to the outside.
No, I hear you on the hotness of today. I was drinking as much water as I could. Anybody you want to thank?
I got to thank my whole crew, Ron Kraft, Greg Schoonover, Frankie Dahl, Devin Horn, my kids, my wife, mom and dad, Haynes Home Improvement, Syracuse Wealth Management, Wet Basement Solution, LaGrasse Pub and Grill, McCarthy's Bar and Grill, Gary T's Asphalt Ceiling. I dedicated the win tonight to them, to the Tubolino and Dempsey family. They jumped on board with me this year and really helped out, and it's made a big difference in the car.
Awesome. Well, Good luck for the rest of the year. Hopefully we get a few more interviews here by the end of the year, if not during Classic weekend.
All right.